Hi, welcome to 5 Minutes of Every Game. I'm Tom. This is Kaylin.
Hi, Kaylin. Mars Girl here. I don't know why I'm waving at, the microphone.
And we're playing Galaxian.
It's game over! I don't think we cleared one full screen at all.
I think we can do this.
Says you, sir.
Did it just do the Woody Woodpecker? Man, those stars are kind of distracting the way they move down. I keep thinking they're projectiles. It looks like it's raining out in space here.
Well, the projectiles are so small, too!
And they just
kind of blurs into the very stark black background. I didn't realize space was that dark. I mean, sure, it's dark, but there's stars, man. It should be bright out there. But I cannot see these projectiles to save my life!
Yeah, because, like, with Space Invaders, there's like, only one or two guys will shoot at once. These guys just light up the screen over. Well, they don't light up, that was the problem that you said.
Yeah, that is the problem. I mean, yeah, it's everywhere, but they're everywhere so small that it's terribly hard for me to see. And here I am, like, busy, more kind of focusing on dodging what I can't see than I am at trying to shoot out the enemies. So, like, I'm firing wildly, but I'm not really firing at anything specifically. I'm just kind of mashing butts and hoping that it hits something.
Smashing Butts actually was a hit song for the Rectal Eels.
So Mr. Galaxian does not have a constant shooty button. He just has one missile that I can fire occasionally.
That is kind of a weird trope with these old games, that, like, you can only have one projectile on screen at a time. Also, what's this thing? Like, the actual missile or whatever just appears on the front of the ship before you shoot it.
Yeah, it's like, they primed it, then it has to sit there, and then it can fire?
Like, is it a missile, or, like, is it a laser? Like, I've been playing a lot of these old games lately, and I can kind of see the difference between, like, this and Space Invaders. I think that was just, like, the year after Space Invaders 2, right?
Yeah, so you can kind of see the jump in difficulty. I mean, it's not like Space Invaders is a fantastically easy game or anything, but by comparison, I think this...
Oh, now they're all after me.
Oh, whoa, what is happening? Whoa!
They decide not to stay in formation as that's not really working for them. Oh, whoa.
They sent out one lone drone. Whoa, you got him! Oh, I thought he was gonna slam right into you.
I didn't know they could actually turn around and come back. I thought they just commit themselves to diving at you and just keep going.
Well, hey, you cleared a whole screen. That's freaking amazing.
So, what was that about space haters?
You know what? I don't even know.
So, do you notice any difference between the different colored ones, or are they all just the same ship?
Not really. They all seem to kind of perform the same function. Just like, oh, you're blue and I'm purple. Let's just stay in rank.
It seems like the yellow one brings at least 2 or 3 others with it when it goes.
Seems to.
It's like a flagship or something. Does the yellow one actually shoot, or does it just control other ships?
That's a good question. Oh, no, wait. It just took 2 more with it. I guess he's like the Darth Vader in the formation in
Yes.
episode 4. He's the guy that stands in the back and he's like, alright, you other 2, you got my flank.
And like the red ones are ones that crash into each other and cause them to get trapped in space for years.
Exactly. Who knows how long Darth Vader was out there floating in space?
You know,
I'm sure some book has written about it, but it's not canon anymore.
They could make a Star Wars movie about Darth Vader's perspective, and then they could actually spin it as like he's the victim.
You know, actually, have you heard anything about that Star Wars pod game being released by Bandai?
No.
Yeah, they're releasing that pod game from Bandai, and you get to play as an X-Wing pilot. But they also had a mode where you can then play as what's called Darth's Revenge.
Weird.
And it happens immediately after the Death Star explodes, and you're in his TIE fighter, and you get to get revenge for having been blasted off into space. This is what I'm told, and this pod just got released, and I think it can be found in Dave & Buster's now.
Really?
So I haven't played it yet. There's a Dave & Buster's back in my town. We'll see if it's there. I don't know.
Man, I'm actually doing way better now all of a sudden. Oh no! Ah!
So much for that!
Hey, thanks for watching. Let's see here. Galaxian was inspired by Space Invaders, was inspired by Breakout, was inspired by Pong, was inspired by table tennis. Kinda weird how we went from a ping pong game to fighting aliens in deep space, but that's how games evolve, I guess. I'm not a wizard. Click on any of these games to watch us play them. Oh, and subscribe!